Gang Hang. Good morning. My name is Matt Baum.
I'm the Internet's Joe Patrick.
It is time for the Two-Headed Nerd Gang Hang. We get together on Saturday mornings on our Discord, and we talk all about comic and nerd stuff. This week, the biggest story that we are all clamoring and freaking out about. I know you guys want to talk about it. George Lucas is coming to San Diego Comic-Con for the first time. Oh my God, you guys. I could not be more excited. Jesus. And just in time, too. That? Star Wars is at its zenith. There's so much cool shit going on. No, I'm kidding. Of course. Let's talk about Superman.
Hopefully they'll announce special editions of episodes 7, 8, and 9.
It's the special edition, which is like we stripped it all out, and this is what the original version was like. You know, like now we're doing that.
Or it's right. It's the special versions of the original trilogy where they un-CGI Jabba the Hutt.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
No, I'd actually be here for that.
I mean, I kind of would too.
That for years.
I kind of would too. Although it is like I've seen the footage and it's just like some kind of fat dude.
Some fat dude in a fuzzy vest.
Yeah.
You know, there were links available on YouTube. Like this is like years ago, but they linked to the original unupgraded versions of the original Star Wars.
Yeah.
Because I remember looking at them years ago, and they're just like, oh, this looks of the 70s. Do you know what I mean? Everyone goes, oh, everything aged so well, but I think it's because he's just retouched them, you know, every couple of years.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's funny because if you go back and like we're all celebrating Jaws and like the 50th anniversary of Jaws, go back and look at Jaws. They have not touched it other than to clean up the print a little bit, maybe. And it's still a masterpiece. It's perfect. Like, I'm sorry, but Spielberg kicks the hell out of Lucas any day of the week. I'm saying it. There you go. Anyway, Superman came out this week. We're going to keep it spoiler free. Not all of us have seen Superman. Some of us are already disappointed with how woke they made him, but not all of us have seen it. So, and let's.
I just now saw Thunderbolt, so that's how far behind I am.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, that's all right.
Fair. I mean, we can talk about that too.
The Lake House. The Lake House covers movies as well.
So we can talk about that too.
Yeah.
But let's get into it. Spoiler-free feelings and stuff like that. I know you guys want to discuss it. And just to lay it out, I was making a joke about the woke thing. There is nothing woke about being nice. That's just being nice, you fucking morons. You know? Come on. Unless they're admitting that, like, look, our side is cruel and your side is nice. And cruelty is macho and cruelty is America first. Like, if that's what you want to do, please do it. Then I know what side I need to be on. It makes it much easier to make that choice.
Guys, is it woke to care if people live or die? I mean, I'm confused.
Shut up, you pansy. God, Jesus. Yeah.
It really is that thing where you see someone vaguely describes some horrible historical figure who's similar to Trump but not them specifically, and then someone's like, all you do is complain about Trump. It's like, oh, it's funny that you thought I was talking about that. Is this being bad to you? Maybe you're the bad one. Maybe that's the problem. Like it's a lot of people telling on themselves this week.
Sure.
Which is what the last 6 months has been.
It always is. Listen to them when they tell you who they are. You know.
What I need more of though is the guy in the trenches of the war. Like that sketch, sitting with his comrades, looking around and noticing that all of their helmets and hats and uniforms have skulls on them.
Right.
And then he goes, hey, wait a minute. Are we the baddies?
Yeah. All right. Let's Superman. More of that, please. Superman. Let's talk Super. We're here to you nerds. I don't know how many of you saw it. I know Joe did. I know John did.
I did.
Oh, he got hands up. What'd you think? Jimbo, start us off. What'd you think?
Jim did. Brian did. Damon did.
I saw it.
Trevor did.
It was great. Yeah, it was great. Casting was the casting was way better than I thought. I had no real feelings about the Superman guy, but I think he pulled it off. And the chemistry between him and Maisel was pretty top notch.
Jim, you're the closest thing that you're a huge manga anime nerd for those who don't know Jim, but I would say you're the closest thing to a Superman outsider that we have in this room, maybe. And you felt good about it.
Yeah, I felt good. I liked how colorful it was. It was very bright.
Well, they put a kaiju in it, so he felt more at home.
Sure.
Yeah.
it gets bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and the movie was it's like 2:05. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of
2 hours and
trailers.
6 minutes, according to Fandango.
Man, I'll give Gunn.
it
wow.
moves, man.
Congratulations, Mr. Gunn, for getting it done.
Yeah, like the movie.
I will also
The movie
say that.
moves, and I felt.
Oh yeah, it moves at a fast clip for sure.
Nice.
Like, well, there's also
not a family.
a lot. There's also a lot going on, and depending on who you talk to, like our friend and attorney Ryan Forrest, some might say too much. I think those people are dummies, but okay.
Does it move faster than a speeding bullet?
Hey,
yeah, I mean,
I see what you did there.
except for one particularly distressing scene that I will not mention again. Yes, it does move faster than a speeding bullet. Anyone else? Brian?
So I was relieved to walk out of a DC movie and not feel a pit in my stomach. That's a weird feeling.
It's a new feeling, right?
But
it's
that's
a new
been
feeling.
the last 15 years of, I felt a relief. I have thought that, well, it's tough. So James Gunn, I think his stuff is kind of cheesy sometimes. And I did not think that, like the Guardians ones, like I don't love a lot of those things, but I didn't think this felt like Guardians. Like, 'cause it's a different thing. Like he had to make you love those characters by cramming in other things you love. And this was just like, everybody loves Superman. And there's a lot of, it's weird to say like heart, but because it's like, it's a character that is like all heart, but he gets it in that way that Snyder like said he saw the super part and Gunn sees the man part. And it's like, James Gunn Superman is always looking for the best option, not just like brute strength. And so he's like a thinking guy, but he's also a feeling guy. Like he's a little, and this is in the trailers, like he's a little reckless because he leads with his heart, and
when the people are not with him, he feels it.
Yeah. And he, there's things where you can't do that. And he's like, well, I didn't have a choice. And it's that like, you kind of don't have a choice. Like, what are you going to do? I thought the cat, like he looks so much like Superman. I can't handle it. There's parts towards the end.
It's uncanny.
There's a lot, like he looks more like, and it's sort of a stylistic thing. Like, I think like the Reeves one was of a certain era, but this is like the triangle era Superman. Like he feels
it's
like that.
Christopher Reeve felt like the Kurt Swan Superman, and this guy feels like the John Byrne Superman.
Yeah,
or the Dan Jurgens Superman, or
all that stuff. Yeah, and it's like there's parts towards the end where there's a lot of close-ups of him talking a lot for various reasons, and I'm looking at him like, yeah, it's him. Like I don't know who the actor is. I'm glad I'm not distracted by that's the guy from that other thing. Like it's having like sort of an unknown is helpful. Because it's like he just encompasses this thing. And my only like, lowercase d disappointment is that I have to wait so long for more. Sure. Like this is this is such a launching point of all the stuff coming, and I want all of the Justice League members. Like I want a Wally West, and I want everyone done the right way, and I think Gunn's going to do it the right way. And I just I'm like, we got how long till the Supergirl movie, which we know is coming next summer. Like next year, it's like a year away, but like we've got Peacemaker coming, and there's like the movie feeds into little
lanterns.
Things, and lanterns.
Yeah. It seems like they're pacing it in such a way, like they're doing the opposite of Marvel, where Disney was like, Marvel's a hit, give them all the Marvel, all of it. There should always be a Marvel television show on, or always a Marvel movie, or 2 Marvel movies. Fuck it, this month there's 2. Like, whoa. Well, you can space it out and keep.
And last thing I'll say, and I'll move on, or let someone else talk. But there is a lot. But it starts with like an info crawl kind of like he's setting this happens and this happens and this happens, and he needs to reset. Like it is a recap sort of thing of like, here's where we stand. and this is what's going on.
Cool.
And even like the numbering thing is kind of a neat little thing. But then, because this is not what you've seen before. This is all new, and it's resetting it for people that haven't seen this before, and it kind of raises questions like, oh, well, what does that even mean? And and then you get into it, and it was remarkably short, and we never need another 3-hour movie again. It's insane.
I agree. I agree.
Like,
get it done. Just get it done. And also, I don't need your movie to end 5 times.
Unless it's one of those, like, this is your artistic brilliance and this is your thing, like, fine, go do that.
Sure.
But like these kind of movies don't need to be that long, because there's always a point. It happened in Man of Steel where I was like, all right, what do we do? And this was before the neck breaking. I said, we've been doing this too long.
Yes, I agree.
Like, they've been fighting for too long. And it was the Hulkification of the Hulk smashing, New York. And now you've got Superman smashing through Metropolis. It's like, enough.
Yeah.
And this movie, like I'm in the credits, like, oh, I don't feel like exhausted by this.
When I go to see Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, yes, it better be 4 hours long. I understand that. That's what I'm going.
One of two,
but I'm not going to see.
If you're doing a 3-hour movie, it better be done.
Yeah.
I don't want this to be continued thing.
Yes.
Is nuts. Like,
I don't need Superman to be 3.5 hours long. No, it's just ugh. And so many of those DC movies. Good God, the Justice League film ended up at like 6 hours. I wanted to die
the
twice.
Snyder cut was 4 hours long.
Well, I felt like it was a month long. It was just, oh God.
Yeah,
it felt like a prison sentence. I'll say this. I think one of the smartest things is with this Superman is that text at the beginning is it's a great reformulation. I mean, you can't do the slow 5-movie build up to Justice League because we've already done that. It's not going to work anymore.
Right.
But you can't just drop people in cold because you need to do some sort of like scene setting. And this kind of seems like a hybridization of that. It feels like a good reformulation, right? Like we can drop you right into a movie. We've got action. You pretty much know what's going on with Superman, or you should at this point.
Yeah.
Right.
And you do all of that world building just in a quick text screen. I think it's kind of like the only path through. Do you know what I mean? It's the only way to get this right.
I mean, it's without being super specific about what the text says, it's almost on par with the first page of All-Star Superman #1, where it's like 4 panels, 4 sentences, not even sentences, phrases. These are full sentences. This is like 3 full, thoughts in this crawl, but that is it.
It's a Star Wars.
So
it's
it's
intro of a Star
essentially
Wars
just
movie,
like,
right?
Hey, guess what? Well, but not even that really.
Okay.
Because that's like, it's a time of great unrest in the galaxy.
Sure.
The Trade Federation is tariffing the shit out of things.
We now tune to C-SPAN to see what.
Right. And Brian just mentioned it in the chat. It might be 60 seconds that text is on screen in total. And it doesn't just set up Superman. It sets up the premise of the universe as far as metahumans are concerned. It's like metahumans exist. Superman came. Let's go.
It's sort of like they're doing the Samuel L. Jackson post-credit stinger at the beginning in text form.
Cool.
Yeah, right.
Cool.
And like, and you know what they don't like, and so they do the thing where it's like, guess what? This is a world where metahumans exist and everybody knows it. And this is a world where Superman showed up 30 years ago and now he's the world's greatest hero. He's been doing this for about 3 years. That's all you need to know. Let's move on.
But wait a minute.
But where did he come from? What they don't spend any time doing at all, they do not introduce you to the Justice League at all. But they're just like, here's 3 more weirdos.
But they're present. They say that the Justice League is a thing.
Oh yeah. No, they're big time.
It's the Justice Gang.
The Justice Gang, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And like,
I honestly don't think the Justice League exists yet. I think they're
You're right. Sorry, I only said Justice League as a kind of like a shorthand.
Right now, they're like
they are in my.
We see them renovating.
In my mind, it's Justice League International because that's essentially what they are.
Well, they are.
But they're not called the Justice League. You're very right, Trevor.
It's more like DMX's Rough Riders. They're a loose affiliation. They just want to.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. They show up. They're like, X is going to give it to you. Let's get on with it.
They're corporate sponsored.
Yeah. And they don't introduce them. They don't give origins for them. Nothing.
Good.
It's just like, here are these other guys. They know Superman. Let's get on with it.
Well, okay.
And it's awesome.
And think about this. As comic book readers, that is something that we are very, very used to, right?
Yeah.
I just caught up on Green Lantern Corps this morning. Book is great, by the way. Jeremy Adams, killing on that book. And Passerian, people don't talk about that guy enough. He is an awesome artist. But stuff going on that I don't know about. Characters coming in the panels and yelling and names, whatever. And it just washes right over me because I've been reading comics for, Jesus, a long time. I'm not going to go into how old I am, but a long goddamn time. We can do that in movies.
You guys, he just turned 50.
We can do that in movies as well. You don't need like someone to walk on screen and be like, Guy Gardner, he was born here and he's kind of a jerk. And here's that one time he ate that sandwich and yelled at a guy. You know, like, I don't need it. It just,
I would have liked to see Guy Gardner yell at a guy about a sandwich.
That would have been funny.
That feels like far. That feels like in character.
Yeah, that would totally track for Guy Gardner.
Sure.
But it's like, but you know what? I never saw one person outside of our sphere complain. I have not seen one complaint from anybody not associated with comics that there are these characters in there that they don't explain.
Yeah.
Because the movie tells you this is a world where superheroes exist. Get on board or get out.
Yeah.
You know, I have a weird analogy like from that, and this is not a spoiler at all, but you remember the Justice League cartoon?
Yeah.
And the very first one, not when it became Justice League Unlimited. Like the very first time, all 7 core members got together.
Yeah.
Remember that first episode? They literally just showed up. I mean, you know Batman, Superman's deal, but you don't know the rest of their deal, and who cares? They're all here.
Because Batman and Superman had shows already.
You're gonna figure it out.
Right, exactly.
And now
that's
they're like,
saying.
who's this guy that runs real fast? Who's this woman with wings? Like that stuff was not. Yeah.
Yeah, nobody knew. And it's okay because you know what happened? We had enough. And I think it's probably what Gunn's idea. You're going to see these guys and girls sprinkled throughout the next couple of shows. And you'll learn about them.
You're going to see them again. You're going to. Yeah. The Justice Gang shows up in Peacemaker. Like we know that they were in the trailer. Hawkgirl and Guy were in the trailer for Peacemaker season 2.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And at the very least, they're going to be in one scene where
Guy Gardner. Yeah, is in Lanterns apparently.
Is in Lanterns, yeah, right.
And I think that's perfect because the kind of people that are worried about the details of like who are these people, what is this new universe?
Right.
They're more likely to watch Peacemaker. That's more of a niche thing than the giant Superman movie blockbuster. So they're gonna go watch that and learn everything they need to know, and then the general audience can just stick to the big movies.
Sure.
We'll say like. One of the joys I had growing up as a kid learning to get into comics was when characters showed up that I didn't know.
Oh yeah,
and then I would be like, where can I see more of this?
Totally.
Like one of the first comic books I ever had was a black and white reprint of some issues of Marvel Team Up where Man-Thing show up, and then one of them had Havoc in it. And I'm like, I need to know more about Havoc because look how ratty. With the circles coming out of his chest.
I mean, that's how they used to sell comics, right? Yeah. You would have an issue in Iron Fist, and this guy shows up, and you're like, whoa, he's cool as hell. And then you're going to go buy that, you know?
Right. And that's kind of how I felt about this movie is like, my hope is that people that aren't lifelong comic fans are going to see Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific, especially Mr. Terrific. Holy shit.
Yeah. Holy Lord.
That dude, Mr. Terrific, this is not an exaggeration and it is not a spoiler because he's all up and down the trailers. Mr. Terrific is going to become one of the most famous characters in DC. That is hands down. Yeah. And he is so good. But my hope is that people that don't know comics are going to see these characters and be excited about learning more, not mad that they don't already know.
Right. I'm taking my wife tomorrow. She's my canary in a coal mine for this shit, and I can look over once in a while and just see if she died, you know, and be like, look over and like, oh, she's dead. Like
I can't really predict how that's.
She died by about 20 minutes in. She's dead. You know, like okay.
Joe, she's gonna like it. It's good because it's short, and she likes
the X-Men movies, doesn't she?
No, she hated all the X-Men movies.
She hated
but she likes some of the Marvel movies.
Joe, there's like 2 good X-Men movies, and they didn't age well either. The 2 good ones, go back and watch them. Yeah.
Sure.
They're not great.
My wife really likes the X-Men movies for some reason. And so like I can always get her to see like we went to see some of the X-Men movies.
Casey feels about
on the
the
big screen,
X-Men
but-
movies the same way I feel about the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. She strangely
Sure.
loves the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. And the worse
Oh,
they
Lord.
are, the more she's just like, give it to me. Just
See, and there are
just
too
give it to
many
me.
of them, and I don't know what
Baby
any
Joe.
of them are
Yeah.
outside of the first.
Oh, they're all
two,
garbage. They all just smash them all
tell
together.
you
Yeah,
what
they're
plots
They're
are
garbage.
any
You
of
know what?
them.
They're entertaining. They're trash.
They're
but they're
garbage.
entertaining. I
And
don't
that's
know
why
how to
she
describe
likes it. She's
but
like, this
that's
is
true.
this is trash entertainment. And like after the 6th or 7th X-Men movie I took her to, she was like, done. I'm done with this. We are done here. Okay.
You know something,
And I
though?
was like,
Take her- do
this
what
is how I
did
feel about
and
these
take her
fucking
to a
Pirates
4D
movies you
movie.
keep taking me to.
Oh Lord, take her. To
I don't know
the
if we
4D
have 40. I don't know if we have 40 here.
Bro, let me tell you something. When those fight scenes are happening, the entire freaking row was turning sideways and getting hit with like stuff that's coming out of the seat in your back and wind
Oh,
in your
no,
hair.
we do.
It was a lot.
So
We do.
it's like the old disaster movies where they
Yeah.
actually throw shit at you.
Yeah. Now in
Yes.
Smell-O-Vision, or whatever. Like,
we got flying in our face, too.
seat back of the seat back of the chair in front of you squirts water in your face.
we've got some of those
Yeah,
out
we-
west.
they-
I don't need that. Like
Do we
No.
have that here?
Yeah, we do. We have some out west, and it's not for me. Maybe I'm too
It's a
old,
lot. It's a lot.
but like I really don't need anything to shake me and punch me while I'm watching a movie. There's never been a time where it's like, man, I wish this movie hurt more. Like,
Listen, there was literally a scene where Superman fell like from into like I don't know, maybe it was a kaiju scene. He slammed to the ground and I audibly screamed, "This is gonna hurt!" It certainly did.
Yeah, like, I don't need that.
That does not sound like a fun experience.
Yeah,
I loved it. I think most people did, but it was strange. But it was awesome.
It probably would be fun, but like the idea of it is so strange to me. But
right. It's like you go to an
Um,
art museum and you look at a picture of two people kissing, and someone comes up and kisses you on the cheek, and then you go to the next one, and it's like two men fighting, and a guy punches you in the face. Like I get it.
and,
Like I
you
understand.
go up to and then you see the picture of
Yeah.
Saturn devouring his son,
Right,
and somebody
right.
comes up and tries to bite
Yeah,
you.
it starts eating your
bites you,
hand.
yeah.
My brain can put it together. Thank you. I've got it.
Anybody
Yeah,
else
awesome movie.
have anything to share? Damon, do you have some other thoughts to share?
Most of it has already been covered, but what I will say is, like I said, I think most people said, and I saw this compared to something. I go back to the animated series. It really felt like you were watching an episode of Superman the animated series, like at points.
Yeah.
It really did. And Chin is there. David Cornsweet is like, I don't know how to describe him, but he has this like human empathetic like eyes about him when he delivers these lines, and you're like this is how Superman should be. You want to like this guy.
Right.
And God bless Henry Cavill, because I honestly think that he had some issues with his script and things like that. Honestly, he wasn't a bad Superman, but ultimately, at the end of the day, yeah, he was not exactly a guy you'd want to look at to say, I want this guy to say.
He wasn't given the material.
I don't think we can. Yeah, we can't blame Cavill. I don't think we can blame Brandon Routh either. I thought Brandon Routh looked good in that suit. I can't think of anybody in the Superman suit where I was like, that is just the wrong dude. Like you picked the wrong fucking guy.
Yeah.
I don't think that was ever the issue. It's just, and the one thing that it sounds like James Gunn did, regardless of story or anything else, that everyone was just like, oh, he got the tone right. This is the tone of Superman. And that was the problem with every other Superman movie. It's like the tone is terrible. Terrible.
Dean Cain, people are yelling.
Look, I don't love Dean Cain. He's a terrible person. But Dean Cain looked pretty goddamn good in that Superman suit for a time. He did.
No.
I don't think it's raining once in this movie.
For Superman TV, yeah, he looked fine in that suit. There was nothing wrong with Dean Cain's look. He's just not a good guy or actor.
No, that's the other thing. His acting wasn't fantastic in that series.
Or show. I didn't like anything about it.
Yeah. So,
well, think about the one time they did get the wrong guy. It's when we saw those pictures of Nicolas Cage in a Superman outfit, and everybody just went, "No, like no,
Plastic purple suit.
yeah,
boy, that was something.
Something.
And that weird AI generated thing in Flash, we saw more of it. So,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So this movie, all of the characters feel right. All of them. From the biggest character to the most minor character. They all feel true to the comics. The tone of the movie is led by the main character, obviously, and the tone is hope and kindness and helping people, and it is all perfect.
Sounds lame.
Lex Luthor, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor is outstanding as Lex Luthor.
Well, Holt's also a great actor. He's great.
No, it's true. And there are things like the engineer was fun. You know, she was a little underdeveloped because it wasn't really about her. She was just kind of there as a tool, like a weapon of Lex's. Same with Ultraman. And we're gonna see more of those characters.
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm not going to spoil, but you saw the name that Lex gave their team, right? Like at the department, something. Watch. I'm not going to say exactly what it is.
Don't tell me. Please don't tell me.
Yeah,
I forget, but yes, I do. Yeah. But and it's just like Lex has. A Miss Tessmacher is there. Lex has an assistant who, there's something that happens with the Lex's like main flunky that I'm not going to spoil because it's too good.
Yeah, I saw that too. Yeah,
something that I will say just so that people aren't disappointed.
Sure, you gotta set the tone, boys.
No, like the Samuel L. Jackson moment, the Welcome to the Avengers Initiative moment that like kicks off the entire shebang. That actually happens before the credits.
Oh,
and so the post-credit scene. There are 2 post-credit scenes, and they're fun and they're good, but they are not world-building post-credit scenes.
Right.
The world building comes before the end of the movie.
They're shawarma, Superman eating shawarma.
If you need to get up and leave, you can find them on YouTube, and it will be just as satisfying. I think.
I think that's a fair statement. Yeah,
they're very nice. They're not necessary, but they're very nice. But
it's an epilogue to the whole thing, like a nice little wrap.
So I thought that the Lex Luthor is like, there's so much All-Star Superman on this movie, which is a delight.
Good. Good.
His like Holt's character is, I mean, maybe it's just, because it's recent, but like his Lex is so good and it's so spot on, and that like he's got the menace and he's got the meanness, and it's like that. And then I don't know if it's from. It was into All-Star Superman, but I don't know where the original concept came from. Of like, if Lex could get out of his own way and do the right thing, he would be the world's greatest hero.
Post-crisis Superman in a nutshell.
I mean, that's Lex Luthor, right? Lex Luthor's
that's up and down in post-crisis.
He's
Superman.
his own worst enemy.
If only,
right?
If only you would stop blaming me.
Yeah, I mean,
you could do great things.
That is Trump's biggest. I'm sorry, that's Lex's biggest weakness, right? Like, all right, get out of your own way, and you'd be dangerous.
Yeah.
Most importantly, he has an evil plan that makes sense.
Yes. Not scattershot.
Yes.
Something else that's been lacking from literally
with a wink and a nod to past Lex's past as well, which I thought was very delightful.
But that's something else that's been missing from every Superman movie. Lex Luthor's plan was the dumbest shit. Just the dumb. Like, I thought Kevin Spacey, good actor, good Lex, terrible person. But like, that's your plan, Kevin? Like, how's that going to work? There's going to be a new island, and you're just going to put a flag on it and say, it is mine. And the world goes, okay, this is how real estate works. No, not since the Wild West. Not since Oklahoma.
Even if all of that, even if all of that stuff could happen, Matt, the idea that anyone would want to go live on Lex's desolate radioactive wasteland?
Yeah, I mean, it's like the surface.
It's so laughably stupid.
It's like the surface of the moon. Like what are we gonna do here? Lay out?
Yeah, it's like, I don't care how many TGI Fridays you put on the island of Kryptonite. It's not gonna be a fun place to live.
Well, and then of course
you just level out all the rock spikes.
Yeah.
Right.
Hell of a hiking spot.
The Nicholas Hoult casting is interesting because I was listening to the NPR Pop Culture Happy Hour review of Superman, and they made a statement. They were like, "Yeah, Nicholas Hoult is great in this," and I said, "Yeah, Nicholas Hoult is really having a moment." And something that I think Brian said earlier, and I think it was smart for them to cast an almost unknown as Superman, and then put all their star power behind the villain.
Sure.
I like, yeah, no,
And I think
definitely.
that's a
It's
really
smart.
Good formula.
Yeah, it's smart.
Right. The supporting cast is stacked with character actors that you recognize, and they're all great.
Well, Gunn loves doing that in all his movies too. I mean, like that's kind of what James Gunn does. He works with a bunch of those guys. You're like, oh, it's that guy.
You know, what's interesting about that is though there's not as much of that as you would think. You know, like there are people that have been announced that are in that movie, but then when you get through it, it's like, oh, we didn't see that guy.
Is Sean Gunn in the movie?
Yes.
Okay.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
He is. No, he is in it.
Okay.
He is.
He's
about as minor as you can get, but yes, he's in it.
It's because it's not that story yet, you know, and so there's little things like that.
That story is coming, right?
The Daily Planet cast is really fun. There's not enough of them, you know, like we don't see like the main characters you see, like Jimmy is so like we left and my wife was like, is Jimmy like a ladies' man? I was like, you have to read. I've been begging her to read the Matt Fraction, Steve Lieber.
Yeah, this
Jimmy
is
Olsen
Matt
book.
Fraction. Like the first thing I said when I went online to this movie group I'm in, and I think I did it on the Discord as well. I said that you can totally see this Jimmy Olsen turning into a giant turtle man or dating an intergalactic jewel thief. This is.
He's in Gorilla City Divorce Court. Like this is just
right.
Who this guy
Absolutely,
is.
100%.
He's so fun, and like when he actually like, it's like he's kind of goofy, but then you see like, oh, he's a journalist too.
He's
like,
competent, right?
Yeah,
he's not just following them around with a camera.
Okay,
like,
I just read an article about this morning where like this journalist that went and saw Superman was like, I was there with the person that was reviewing the movie. I just went because I want to see the movie. I'm a journalist. I write about other stuff, whatever. But the way that they portrayed journalism in this movie, he's like, he's like, I didn't even notice it in a movie that's not about journalism, mind you, where they're not like looking at how they took down.
That's why Lois was so kick-ass.
You know, like how they took down like the Catholic Church in Boston or whatever. And, like, this is a movie about Superman. He's like, but the way they portrayed the journalists was really refreshing. Like, it wasn't just Superman, are you the world's biggest threat? You know, or whatever. Like people freaking out, you know, or like a bunch of yellow journalist shitheads. It's like they portrayed them really well, and I hadn't realized how poorly journalists are portrayed in anything in a movie that isn't about journalism. Right?
Yeah, I mean, having him be a journalist is helpful. You know, it's like he's in like there. This is Lois and Jimmy's superpower, right?
Yeah,
like they're that's how they help and that's how they do stuff. And but there is a little bit of yellow journalism in the movie, and I laughed out loud when I realized what the actor was doing. And it's very he's a talking head on a TV show, and
right.
It's very funny.
Is he the creeper? Is it the creeper?
No, I don't think
it should have been.
You know, I don't know that I don't remember if they actually named him.
They named him.
He does have a name. It feels like it might be like it's a very specific name. It might be like a deep early 90s cut kind of thing, but it's not. If it had been the creeper, it would have been putting a hat on a hat kind of thing.
Sure. Okay.
You know, it would have been too much.
Is true.
Which is I'm glad they didn't. But the actor is very funny, and he's doing a persona that is very familiar to the real world, and so
I don't recognize this name at all.
What's the name?
Yeah,
what's the name?
Hold on, let me Google it first to see if
I can do that faster than you. Tell me what the name is.
You can. I assure you.
I feel like you're like, let me Google that, and 15 minutes later, you're like, oh.
No, it's so the name of the journalist is Clevis Thornwaite.
Oh, Clevis. He sounds like the respectable senator from Missouri or something, you know? Like Clevis Thornwaite.
News adjacent.
I have not that I do not recognize.
I mean, if that guy had like interviewed Morgan Edge in 1989, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
You know, it's that kind of like he could be a deep cut or it could be a new person, but he's definitely playing character that is familiar to current audiences in the real world, which is fun.
That is, yes. Correct.
It's very goofy. But,
there is some,
but
okay.
we get,
and I know I'm like, was it the creeper? Hooray. I also will be the first to roll my eyes when I'm in a film where they're just like dropping names, and you can tell like everyone did a cursory Google search of whatever and just picked names out from this comic series.
oh,
and like
yeah,
that
all
shit.
the Morlocks that they misused
Yes.
in X-Men 3. Yeah.
Like Callisto and Marrow. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so that's why it would have been too much if they'd done that. So I'm glad he didn't do that.
I'm glad they fucked
Yeah,
up.
like if he had opened his mouth and said, "This is G. Gordon Godfrey,"
right.
I would have been like, "Uh-oh. We're doing too much, Gunn."
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
that guy
awaited,
is from Apocalypse, and we're not there yet.
Right.
But they didn't do that.
Good.
But then there are other characters that are, like, if you are a Superman fan of a certain age, there are some characters in the background that you can recognize by sight, even though they never once say the name out loud. And so this is the most mild of spoilers, but it's not even a spoiler.
Okay, I'll just take
Lex has a scientific, like a science guy that works for him. And I looked at him, and the second he showed up on screen, I said, "That's Sidney Happerson from the Dan Jurgens era, from the Triangle era of Superman." And it's 100% Sidney Happerson.
Just give me a nod when you're done spoiling the movie, and I'll put my headphones back on.
No, there's no spoiler. I swear to God, it's not a spoiler.
I can't hear you, but it looks like you're saying, "No, I'm not doing that." You know, like
it's not a spoiler.
It wasn't a spoiler, you big baby.
He looks like someone. Like when you see it, you're like, "That's got to be someone." But I'll look it up later.
Right.
And it is, and it doesn't.
I'm fine
matter,
with that.
It's nice.
Like when it's clever, I'm fine with that. When you're like, "Oh shit, that's got to be whatever." But it's when they're walking around, you know, saying their name or zooming in as they sign something, and you're like, "You wouldn't do that for any other thing." You know,
I don't think there's anything like that.
Okay,
I don't remember any like.
Good.
Yeah, there's not a lot of hat hanging, which I appreciate.
Good.
Because you gotta. It's
Gunn's
a
never
subtle
been
movie.
Gunn's never been guilty of that either. Like he's never been guilty of that. I don't think so. Even movies I didn't care for, like even like the second and third Guardians. The third Guardians is good. I liked it. It was fun, but it was cute to be cute and an end to be an end and whatever, you know. But it wasn't. It's not so self-referential that it's so tied up in its Easter eggs that it takes a break from the fucking plot to be like, "Oh, did you see that, viewer? Oh my God, right? Okay, next we get back to what Captain America was doing." You know, like, all right, got it. Thank you.
Yeah, I left this movie feeling so good. Not just about the movie, but about the person they put in charge of building this new universe.
Right.
About the direction of where things are probably headed, and things are still up in the air, right? Like a bunch of things were announced, but really only like 3 things are actually in production.
True.
Right now, Supergirl, which is happening. It's
we know that
in post-production.
Lanterns is happening.
Lanterns, and then they are Peacemaker, obviously, which was a thing already. But then I believe he has said like they're actively working on the Paradise Lost TV show about the Amazons, which is not about Wonder Woman. It's about the Amazons.
It's about the history of the Amazons. Yeah.
And that's it. Like the Batman movie is a blip on the horizon.
Not if you read certain fan sites. Joe, they've already
Batman 2.
They've already cast Batman. There's super exciting fan news about Batman. Yeah.
And it made me wonder, like, why Creature Commandos? Why did they kick it off with Creature Commandos?
I think it was an experiment.
Is it just to put forth the idea that this is a weird world where weird things happen?
No, I think it was
maybe that's
not at all.
That's why.
I think it was him proving
like the weirdos.
I think it was him proving he can get people to watch a cartoon, an adult cartoon, and they did it with characters you've never heard of. To say no, they're not just watching it because it's Batman. You know, like
I think
he had to demonstrate.
James Gunn
I want to tell stories like this. And in an animated style, and I'll prove to you people are going to watch it by doing it with the fucking Creature Commandos.
Right, but why make that the first thing is my question.
Because they want to do
James
more.
Gunn said it. Yeah,
Go
no.
ahead,
Well,
Damien.
all I was going to say was he said it though. He said that he wants every single property that comes out to have its own distinct feel.
Sure.
And he also wants to show that not only does it have its own distinct feel, it can play in the same sandbox when needed.
Sure.
And that's the funny thing. If you think about Creature Commander, I mean, we already know one character from there that's in multiple shows at this point, with Rick Flag Sr.
Yeah.
Rick Flag.
Yeah. But the point is that I think he's trying to show that, look, some of these movies are going to be PG-13, some of them are going to be R, some of them are going to be wacky, some of them are not going to be wacky.
Right.
But the whole idea is that he can put them all together when the time comes. I even think he said, though, that's not the point of what he's trying to do. He says, yes, it'll happen. But he says that it's been done in superhero movies. You see, character A meet character B. Oh, my God. And then is it good? Sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's not what he wants. He wants each of them to stand on his own. So
I saw a clip just yesterday where he said that very same thing. Where he said, like, when the superhero movie renaissance was getting going, like in 2008, let's say, and the first time we see character A meet character B, like two characters on screen at the same time that shouldn't be in the same movie.
Right.
That was enough then. But now everybody expects it. It's the norm now.
You're, of course, talking about the Daredevil TV special where Thor and the Hulk showed up, right?
Pardon me,
the Hulk TV special.
What you're talking
The
about
Hulk
is two different
TV
things.
special, yes.
The Return of the Incredible Hulk,
Yes,
guest
the
starring
Return of the
Thor,
Incredible
and
Hulk.
the Trial of the Incredible Hulk,
Yes.
guest starring Daredevil and the King.
But like, think about that for a second. As a kid, I lost my fucking mind.
I had that Thor one taped off of the TV, I watched it over and over.
When I watched that piece of shit, it changed my life, and it is it's piece
terrible.
of shit. No
Donald
question.
Blake turns into Thor by shouting the name of his dad.
Yeah. Oh, Dad!
oh God.
Yeah. It's like he's got a Shazam magic word, and it's Odin.
Sure.
They're really dumb.
No, but he's right. He's absolutely right. Back in the day, all he had to do was just mash them together. It was like wrestlers. A wrestler shows up you haven't seen for a long time, or someone comes from another company. That's all you need. They run in, and half the crowd that knows is going to go, "Oh shit!" And then
they say, "Holy shit!"
Yeah, and they literally chant, "Holy shit! Holy shit!" And it's like, you've told the story. There it is. Now you got to do more than that. You got to do more than that.
Right. And now we are here. We're here, and Gunn is saying it's no longer a novelty, and I understand that. Now it's commonplace, so get on board.
Right.
You're going to have a Supergirl movie where I bet you we see somebody.
Oh, of course.
From space. Ultra the multi-alien? I don't fucking know. Somebody from Space Caddy? I don't know.
It'll be a fan favorite, like Ultra the multi-alien.
Man, I'm just tossing out names, okay? Adam Strange.
I just want to see Lobo, man.
Yeah.
Well, Adam Strange, yeah.
That's right. Lobo's in it. That's right.
Jason Momoa, baby.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's like, guess what, guys? This is the world. Characters have adventures, and sometimes they meet people that you recognize.
Sure. Brian,
and we're not going to treat it like it's a big special thing every time, because it's not.
Brian, get on the mic. Generation X was your first pop culture heartbreak. How is that possible?
Oh, that was horrible. That was a piece of
you don't remember the Generation X?
I remember it, but how was that
bad?
How was that your first? Is my question.
We didn't have a ton of stuff back then.
There was so much bad shit before that still.
Yeah, but I had nothing I cared about.
You're saying
90s,
you legit
man. I don't think there was as much as you thought.
I was very excited about that. I love that comic.
Joe, we had a Justice League pilot back then. Remember that?
It never aired. No, but it didn't air though.
Yeah, but we saw it. We saw it, bro. We were selling those videotapes.
That was in the 2000s, Matt. That wasn't in 1993.
I suppose that's
you
true.
are much older than us. You're much older than me. So,
settle down.
He's right. Like one of the first things I saw when I walked into Krypton Comics for the first time was a glass case full of bootleg movies, and one of them was Justice League: The Unaired Pilot. So he's not wrong. But in 1993, we didn't have a lot. We had the Batman movies, and that's it.
I mean, I was unbelievably disappointed by the Nick Fury movie, but I didn't care about Nick Fury that much. I just was like, dude,
I remember that.
yikes.
I remember.
Hasselhoff.
I was ready. I was like, okay, Fox, let's go. This is it. Nick Fury's going to take over Fox. Like, all my superhero dreams are coming true. And in 20 minutes in, I remember even as young as I was just like, something just doesn't feel good. I don't know what it is. It's like there's like maybe I'm gonna be sick. I don't know what's happening here. You know?
I will say this though.
I got Hasselhoff.
I will say this though. For the time, considering the other projects that we were seeing at the time, the Nick Fury TV movie is more comics faithful than anything.
They went for it. I'll say that. They went for it.
Like, it really is Nick Fury, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the comic book.
My favorite was still Mantis. Okay, that's still legitimately
Mantis kicked ass. Mantis totally kicked ass. Mantis and there was one called Manimal that I loved. There's like a dude that could turn into
I remember
animals.
that.
Yeah,
that was short.
Yeah.
Misfits of Science was also fun.
Yeah.
Starring Courtney, very young Courtney
cute.
Cox.
It was cute. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm
the
glad.
Global Frequency pilot, I remember that being pretty okay.
No.
Wasn't it, JD?
No.
Matt's right. It was Matt.
Yeah.
There was so much more they could have done with it. I still think it would make a great, episodic, emergency of the week with a bunch of guest stars, almost an anthology series more than anything else, just because of the nature of the plot.
Let's talk about TV for a second. So now that we've got a Superman, we know what the James Gunn universe looks like, and it feels good, and we trust where they're going to go with this. What do you want to see on WBDC TV, not the movie screen? What do you want to see on TV?
I mean, it'll never be on network again. It'll go straight to Max.
But that's what I'm saying. I'm saying Matt. I'm not saying what do you want to see on AMC? No, I'm saying just
HBO you literally Max. Just said WB.
They own it. They own a television station. Okay, I apologize.
I know, but I get it. Everything from now on, it's all going to go straight to Max.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. What do we want to see on a small?
I'm going to say something really nerdy, and just to get out of the way, what I really want to see is I want to see a Green Arrow movie with someone who actually knows how to shoot a bow.
I agree. I totally agree.
I couldn't stand it.
I agree. I don't think you need a Green Arrow movie, though. I think you could do a really good
Green Arrow TV. I just want to see a live action Green Arrow with actual archery consultants that know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, you know what, JD? I'll give you one better. We need someone who actually understands Ollie as a character and his beliefs.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
They wanted to make a Batman show so bad, guys. I don't understand what's so hard to understand. They wanted to make Batman and they couldn't. So they made Arrow.
There was another guy in the other room and it's like, God damn it, I'm making that Punisher show I always wanted to make. And the other dude's like, God damn it, I'm making that Batman show I always wanted to make. And then they were like, all right, smash your scripts together, boys. And we've got Green Arrow.
It took them 3 years for them to finally get their shit together and make a Green Arrow show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it never even.
They wanted to make a Punisher / Batman show.
Yeah.
But DC said it had to be Green Arrow, so just give him a bow.
Yeah.
Now look, I'm gonna play. I'm not defending the level of accuracy in the archery in the Arrow show, but I want you to look at Hawkeye in the MCU. You're not supposed to stick your elbow that fucking far out, Hawkeye, when you pull your bow back.
Sure. And
like Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye is terrible at shooking arrows.
Well, yeah, and Jeremy Renner's the first to admit it too. Like he's like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing.
The problem with Hawkeye, with Renner's Hawkeye, is they run the CGI arrows with him. So and it shows sometimes because you know the way he draws the arrow and then pulls back the bow, he would have to literally pass the arrow through the bow, like physically through the solid part of the bow for that to work.
Sure.
And it just doesn't.
I'm
yeah.
Right, and it looks like he's drawing nothing.
I'm with you, JD. I think
He's pulling nothing but thin air.
I think exploring Ollie, especially because they already had a TV show, whether you liked it or not, they already had a TV show. It was successful.
Yeah.
People know who Green Arrow is.
Arrow lasted for 8 years.
Right. So let's do it right.
Mhm.
Now let's do it right. And
Yeah.
go ahead. Start on the island. The shipwreck, the island. Do it from the very beginning. Rich kid does the thing. He's a shitball. Dad's a shitball. He learns like this is not the way to live. And I want to see like you said, real archery by all means. Martial arts, really good martial arts as well. Like a solid kick-ass Hong Kong martial arts action, gritty, violent. Like I want to see because Ollie's a dude. Ollie's not Ollie's not even Batman. He can be really good at what he's doing, but I want to see him get his ass kicked, and I want to see him, come out of that and figure out how to be a hero in this world with assassons and shit like that. He's not dealing with Superman.
I know a lot of times we like to shit on Kevin Smith anymore, but one of the things that I respected him so much for is when he first started writing Green Arrow.
It was great.
And he first got the job. He wrote in the foreword of the graphic novel of the trade that the first thing he did after he got the job was he went over to a friend of his place that had a bow and he tried it. He tried to shoot a bow. And he's like, do you know how hard that is?
Yeah.
Especially
really
a
hard.
compound bow. It's very difficult.
I can't remember
and you
what
pulled a longbow. And I'm like, dude.
I can't remember what issue it is. It's one of those issues where Ollie puts on the Green Lantern ring and like tries to make a construct and realizes how
that's in Green Lantern. That's in
he was in a Green Lantern book.
Jeff Johns' Green
Okay,
Lantern.
It was Jeff Johns. And he's like, I had no fucking idea how hard that is to like put it on and like do just anything. He's like, I was just trying to make one of your dumb boxing gloves. And he's like, I was like, oh.
In fact, it may have been Green Lantern Rebirth.
And then Hal was like, you should see me try and shoot a bow and arrow. And it's just this great little throwaway line, but you realize how hard that really is. It's very difficult. And that's why he's so good he is at what he does. I would love to see a Green Arrow show, a very street level Green Arrow dealing with the League of Assassins, Green Arrow dealing with like corporate takeovers and, arms dealers and shit like that in the boardroom and on the street and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that.
See, but I want what I would like is bearded, swashbuckling Green Arrow, not longbow hunters Green Arrow, which is essentially what Arrow the show is.
No, I want Buddhist.
That's the tone of Arrow the show. He's got the hood. He looks all dour.
I want Buddhist, liberal, like long hair.
I want him to be complaining about corporate fat cats, and I want him to have that cheesy fucking Van Dyke.
Yeah.
And I want him to wear the Robin Hood hat. That's what I want.
And I'll take it further than that. I think you do an older Ollie, and you can do an Ollie and his son Connor show where he is realizing.
Oh, I would love that. Would be great.
Where he's realizing I'm aging, and somebody has to carry this on, and I'm teaching my son, who has no interest in the business. That is not what he does. He's literally a Buddhist vegan monk. Right? And Ollie keeps getting pulled away for the shit that he has to deal with, It would be wonderful. Yeah, and show me the family. I don't need the lone wolf. He's on a mission, and nobody understands his mission.
Well,
I don't fucking need it.
I'm gonna defend Arrow a little bit in that regard. Arrow has a huge ensemble cast. It is a
which didn't even make sense
about a family of heroes. It's true.
I'm not saying it didn't.
At first, yes, you're right. He is the Punisher with arrows. It's very like.
And then he's still the Punisher with arrows, and he's got friends, and the lighter side, and it's fun.
He stops killing
back
people.
on the street.
They make a point out of it. He's like, I couldn't. No, they make a big point out of him like turning over a new leaf. Like he was going about it the wrong way.
Don't care.
Like
hate the fucking show. I hate it.
I understand, man. But you also didn't watch the show all the way through. So I'm saying like the things that you're talking about, like they did try to do some of that on the Arrow show.
I trust Gunn to do that.
To be perfectly fair to the Arrow show.
I trust Gunn to oversee something like this. And you know what else? Brian brought it up. Adam Strange. I think there is such a well of what you could do with Adam Strange. And again, just like an anthology type show. Adam Strange is on this planet. Adam Strange visits Thanagar. Adam Strange goes to Mogo. Like
the title, they already have a title. It's called Strange Adventures.
Yeah, and it's just Adam Strange in the weirdest places in the DC universe that you cannot believe they're putting on TV. Adam Strange goes to the Source Wall. Adam Strange, like whatever. Like, let's go. I'm in. That would be wonderful.
Adam Strange meets Ultra the Multi-Alien.
Yes.
Because for some reason now it's in my head.
One thing I was thinking too is like possibly the Question too, in one of those like
the
I would actually say conspiracy theory question in that show. Him investigating all the weird shit.
Man.
Yeah.
in the DC universe.
I think that you could do a really great procedural question show.
Nutball old and you could do Nutball old question handing the reins over to Renee Montoya. You're going to be the question now. And people are like, I cannot believe you're even fucking talking to this guy. He's out of his mind. And she's like, here's the thing. About 7% of what he says turns out to be true, and it's terrifying. So we have to look into this shit. Like,
I think Jim is asking for a who the heck is that guy?
For the question or for Adam Strange?
No, Adam Strange.
Oh, yeah. We get
so Adam Strange, Jim is an
I think he's
character from
formally
DC
requesting a who the heck is that?
Oh,
guy.
is he? Oh,
yeah,
I mean,
I think that's what that is.
He's not. He isn't phrasing it as a formal request.
No, but I think that's
who's
where,
Adam Strange.
Could I have a formal Doctor or Adam came first? Are they planned like a Darkseid and Thanos type thing? Like, are they just?
No.
They're not. The only thing they just share a last name. They're not. Yeah. They're not even.
Oh, just a coincidence. They both share a last name. No, I don't believe that at all. At all.
The multiversal brothers. Okay, is canon.
No.
I mean, what? Adam Strange is a ray gun toting.
He's Flash Gordon,
jetpack wearing.
Yeah, he's Flash Gordon.
Style spaceman.
Okay.
And Doctor Strange is a sorcerer. Like, they're not even close to being similar.
Oh, okay.
Imagine a team up though. Holy crap!
I'm down.
Maybe we'll get it.
It writes itself. Come on.
Yes, the only reason they have to make any sort of connection at all is the fact that they have the same last name.
Or they do a multiversal thing where like they do a crossover and it's a multiversal thing where Stephen Strange is like, oh shit, that is me in a different reality. And Adam Strange is like, oh shit, that's me in a different reality.
I don't want
do it. Do it.
In a jetpack. No.
Imagine. Holy crap.
Enough of that guy.
I would love
Give us Tarzan with a jetpack in space.
I would love it.
Adam Strange came first. Adam Strange appeared in 1958.
He came first, yes. Adam Strange.
Stephen Strange appeared in 1963.
You're not Jim. You're not wrong. Adam Strange looks like a tool. I 100% agree. I don't ever want them to change that look, though. I love it.
It's a very of its time, like Alex Raymond, ray gun.
But also the beauty of a character of like Adam Strange is when we bump into him, he's like, I've been in space for 50 years, not aging right. I don't give a shit how my costume looks. I'm in the worst situation you could possibly imagine right now, and they're like, oh, okay, bring your weird little laser gun. Let's see what we can do, And he's like, pa-chew.
I mean, they've updated it some. Like, I liked the Pasquale Ferry updated version.
Yeah.
I did too.
Mid-2000s.
I do too, but you got to admit, it's not far from that. It's still Adam Strange. They updated it a little bit. Sure, made it look cooler. But
they updated
that fin helmet is awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
I love the fin helmet.
A fin helmet.
Never get rid of the fin helmet, or I will riot. I love that. It's too good.
Yeah, it wouldn't be Adam Strange without it.
Yeah.
When I think of Adam Strange, I think of red costume, fin helmet,
dumb gun. I would love an Adam Strange show where they could just go nuts. That would be great.
I think that Max is a good. Oh, sorry, it's back to being called HBO Max now. Sorry,
that's right.
I forgot.
Yeah, HBO Max.
HBO
Max, the place you go for HBO and Max.
Very roundabout way. But
when I booted it up after it went back, I believe I got a little thing that was like "Welcome home." Like, fuck off. But I think that HBO Max is a great place for anything Booster Gold related.
Sure, Booster's another great character. You can travel time.
Blue Beetle in there.
Yeah.
As long as we can get a Ted Cord, then yes, I agree. But I don't want to see Jaime Reyes, Booster Gold. I want to see Ted Cord and Booster Gold.
Jaime Reyes, Blue Beetle, you mean?
No, I don't want to see Jaime Reyes and Booster Gold. I want to see Ted Cord and Booster Gold.
No, definitely. And you can do
and
you can do Jaime Reyes.
And the Blue Beetle movie did come out right and state that Ted Cord existed.
Yeah.
That Jaime was not the first movie.
You can say Ted Cord.
Is that even canon anymore?
No, but the character is going to carry over.
Yes.
But I don't believe the movie is considered.
He can be on Earth doing Blue Beetle stuff while Ted Cord and Blue Beetle travel, time. The Time Master or whatever. Right?
Sorry, Conrad Carapax fans.
Get in the time bubble and they explore.
That Conrad Carapax is still in
the DC history. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry. That's too bad.
I don't believe Susan Sarandon is still playing.
It's not Susan Sarandon.
Ted Cord's evil sister.
It wasn't. Was it Sarandon? It wasn't Susan Sarandon.
It was Susan Sarandon. Yeah,
yes, it was.
Was
Susan
it?
Sarandon as Ted Cord's evil sister, Veronica, or something.
God.
Yeah.
She was the main villain, or one of them.
Yeah, she was the main villain, right?
Yeah.
She was the Lex Luthor of that movie, and then she had her little flunky Conrad Carapax running around.
Oh, boy. Yep. Yeah.
No. I mean, look, Blue Beetle movie's okay. It's fun.
No,
but
I still like the granny scene with the Gatling gun.
Yeah, and you know what? Like George Lopez is in there being like the
that
weird
movie
uncle.
sucked, and it was so forced unfunny. Give me a break. That movie was bad.
It did not suck. Get over yourself.
The bad guy was bad. There was no story. You lose the kid who's really good. I like that kid. The second he puts the costume on, you lose everything. It just becomes CG mush. Total CG.
Well, that'll
Where like impossible to care about anything that happened. Like it's a video game fight. It's Marvel versus Capcom. Or like I'm not here for the story. I'm here for Ryu to kick the crap out of I don't know Dupe or whatever.
Am I the only weirdo that like doesn't like Marvel Capcom because there's no story?
Nobody likes Marvel Capcom. Like nobody does. They like the art.
Don't say that.
They like the art.
Don't say that, buddy.
They like.
You're wrong a fair amount of the time, but sometimes you are more wrong.
I'm telling you right now. The people that love Marvel Capcom. I'm not saying no one says they love
I am one of them.
Lots of people love it. But Damon, you're going to listen to me when I say this. You love it because of the punishing idea of the fact that you can hammer on buttons or learn one combo that destroys everybody.
You could not be more wrong.
And then the second you find another person who knows a combo that beats yours, you're like, I'm done with this fucking game. This is not even a game.
No. Bro, I used to be in the arcade.
Listen to this filthy casual.
It's barely a fighting game. I was in love with Marvel versus I was in love with Marvel versus Capcom until I figured out that it hit a level where like I cannot play this game. I can't play it. Somebody else figured out 4 button combinations that will shut down everything I do, no matter who I use. Like,
sounded like you just needed to get good, bro.
That's not a fight.
I'm gonna say the Street Fighter Alpha 3. I have to show this clip of where they won this championship and somebody blocked every single one of Chun-Li's ultras by like parrying it. It was like kind of ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then he won.
There's a huge following for all of the Capcom fighting games, including the Marvel versus Capcom games. Yes, huge following.
I'm not saying there isn't. I'm just saying it's barely a fighting game. I hate it. The graphics are great. The art is amazing.
You're just not good at it, man.
There is no story. It makes me feel like I can't play.
I grew up in those trenches, baby. Yeah. I can't say.
I've played like 10 of them.
I really
too. I'm guilty. I'm just as guilty.
I really like the precursor to Marvel versus Capcom, which is the Marvel superheroes fighting game where you fight Thanos and you get the Infinity Gems.
Yes,
that game is fun.
Wild, dude. Yeah, those endings are completely wild at the end. But I love it.
All right, I got to get out of here. I got to take a shower and get some stuff done today. Good gang hang, though. I'm going to try and go see Superman tomorrow, finally. So stuff got in the way. What can you do? But good talk. Thank you, everybody, for except for Joe. Thanks for everybody else that was made spoiler-free. I appreciate that. Joe can't help it. It's just who he is.
Joe can't
that whole movie if you're listening, man.
He's like my dad. He's like my dad. He's like, did you see that movie? I'm like, Dad, don't. You're going to ruin it. He's like, I won't.
Man,
but when the guy dies, I was just like, I didn't know they were going to kill him.
You know? Like,
wow.
Oh, my God. That was so dope.
All right. Have a good time. We'll see you guys next
All right,
week.
guys.
This is Two-Headed Nerd.
Bye, guys.